Where are you at? That is the question of the day that I have for you today. This is the Mindset Artistry Podcast. I am your host, Dave DiPaolo. Thank you for joining. This is episode number 37. Where are you at? And I have some questions for you, and I hope this hits home, and I hope this makes you think, and I hope this makes you refocus, because I feel like a lot of people are out of tune right now. A lot of people are falling off track. We are about a month into 2025. So where are you at, right? Like, is 2025 still your year? Is it a new year, new me still? Where are you at on your resolutions? Are you on track? Where are you at on your goals? Where are you at on the things that you want to accomplish? Are you on track? Are you doing the right things to achieve what you want, right? Or have you fallen off already? Have you already got consumed with other things? Do other things have your attention that you're not able to focus and get done what you want to get done? Did you have all these resolutions and changes that you wanted to make in 2025 and you already failed at them? Well, the good news is there's still a whole lot of 2025 left where you can get back on track, get your shit together, get back in, refocus, dialed in, re-engage, get back in there and do what you have to do. But first, you need to figure out what the problem is, right? First, you need to figure out, why did you fall off track? First, you need to figure out, why did you fail, right? Why did you have this little hiccup or bump in the road? And, it's easy to get distracted, right? Life's crazy. There's a lot being thrown at you constantly, all day, every day. You have the regular stresses of your life, your finances, your occupation, your job, your business, your family life, everything, right? There's a lot of pressure in life. I get it. It's easy to get consumed with these things. It's easy to let them beat you down, but you don't have to, right? I say it all the time, and I preach this to my 4-year-old son, stop looking at problems and look at solutions. Like, there are no problems. There are just solutions. So, like, whatever's going on, whatever the problem is, figure out what the solution is that you need to do to fix it, to avoid it, to distance yourself from it, whatever it is. Like, there's many different ways that you can handle a problem, but you need to figure it out fast, and you need to focus on that and not the actual problem. If you just sit there and continue to focus on the problem and the past or whatever it is, then that's going to get you stuck, and that's what happens. Now, a big part of the reason that I feel a lot of people have already fallen off track and fallen off their goals is the political climate right now, right? Like, we just had one of the craziest elections. We have a new president. All these different things are going on. He just took office 2 weeks ago. Look, this is what happens when a new team takes over. Like, this is what happens when a new president takes over. Like, there's drastic changes, and that happens, and we know this. Look, I'm going to be 46 years old pretty soon. I've lived through plenty of different presidents in my life, both Democrat and Republican, and this is it. Like, this is always it. Now, I will say this: the only difference, one of the biggest differences, is the adoption of social media, the impact of social media, the strength and power of social media. We see this stuff constantly in our face all day, right? A lot of people have tried to drown out some of the noise by not watching the news, which I'm the big proponent of that. I do not watch the news very often unless there's something very specific that I want to see, and maybe I'll just look that up specifically. But I don't really deal with the news, because I know whatever news that you're watching has agendas. They have people who are paying them advertising. They have their own propaganda that they're pushing for whatever side that they back. So you're not getting a real answer, right? Like, you're getting the opinions that they want to give you based on their background, their history, what side they pick. So I don't really deal with the news a whole lot. Now, social media is a different thing, right? Now, I've spent the last probably 2 weeks snoozing people, muting people, blocking people, whether it's people that I know or don't know. Like, I just don't want to hear it. I don't want to deal with it. I don't care. I don't care who you voted for. I don't care what you believe. I don't care what any of it. All right. Like, it has no bearing on me. I still need to do what I have to do. And this is where a lot of people are falling into this. Right. So, when you see this and you see that this huge interruption in everyone's life, and it's being pushed and jammed down everybody's throat, right? Like, you got one side who thinks he's doing a great job and he can't do anything wrong. And you got the other side that thinks he's doing a horrific job and can't do anything right, right? So, like, who's right, who's wrong. Definitely one side's not right all the time or wrong all the time, right? So like common sense should probably dictate in your mind that, you're being played. You're being played by whatever it is that you're, falling into, believe in, and hook, line, and sinker, right? So, and this is a big distraction for people. It's sucking people in, and for me, look, I have a marketing agency, and we run Facebook ads and Instagram ads and other social media ads, and they're doing very, very well right now, right? And you know why? Because there's so many eyes on social media right now, because it has everyone's attention because of the political climate, right? So I don't want to, I'm having my clients actually find success with more than they were before with social media ads in the last, I would say, especially right now, but even during the election, there's more eyes on social media. There's more people that are going on there. And look, some people love drama. Some people love arguing. Some people love that. But regardless, that's putting more eyes on social media. So some of my clients that I have going on there, and they're doing very, very, very well with their ads right now because there's more people on social media. But that also tells me that that's a problem, right? Like more people are on there wasting their time. More people are on there getting consumed with things that are taking them away from what they really should be doing, focusing on their goals, their career, getting better, their health, right? So like, that's what I want to know. Like, where are you at, right? Like, where are you at on all of these things? Like, where are you at on your resolutions? Where are you at on the changes? Where are you at mentally right now, right? Like, where are you at physically right now? Like, and when I say physically, I mean, like, not where you're at, like, location-wise, like, drop a pin. I mean, where are you at health, right? Like, physically, like, are you doing okay? Like, are you keeping up with your workouts? Have you already dropped off of, like, your healthy eating and the workouts that you wanted to do for the changes that you wanted to make in 25? And then where are you at on your focus, right? Like, are you focused? Are you focused on your goals? Are you focused on getting better? Are you focused on, building your dreams? Are you focused on building your career, your business? Are you focused on being there for your family, doing the right things? Like, what are you doing? So you got to ask yourself this stuff, right? And if you're falling off the boat and you're falling off on all these things and you see that they're going wrong, you see that, your life's spiraling, right? Like you see that you're so off track and you're not focused and you're not getting stuff done. And a lot of that is because of the content that you consume. Like it will put you in a bad mood. Like, Jim Rohn said it, he used to get up and read the news or watch the news or read the newspaper. And he's like, I loaded up on, wars and bad things going on and, the economical problems and all this stuff. And he's like, and then I go try to have my day. Like, how do you do that, right? Like, how do you look at all these bad things that get into your mind, that get into your subconscious, and then you go out there and try to perform and deliver and do the right things in life? Like, it's very hard. It's very hard to overcome that stuff. Now, I'm not saying you need to be oblivious to it. Sure, you need to know what's going on, but it can't consume you. It can't be what drives you, where you're constantly, looking at these things, reading these things, consuming it, getting online, arguing with people, fighting with people. And there's two types of people, right? Like they do a post on social media, and that's for two reasons. One, they want to, do a little circle jerk with their little echo chamber of people that are going to agree with them. And, "Ooh, yeah, look at, yeah, you're right. Yeah, this and that." Or they want to do it for the other reason, to just argue and fight and get dug in and prove that they're right and all this other bullshit. And look, both aren't good, right? Like both aren't doing anything. Both are not accomplishing anything for you. They are not making you better. They are not getting you closer to your goals. They are not helping you stay focused. They are taking time away from the things that you do want to accomplish. Like, what positive is in that? You tell me, okay? So where are you at? Where are you at on all this stuff, right? And a lot of it is your mindset, right? Like, that's what this podcast is about. Where are you at mentally? Where is your mindset at right now? Are you being consumed by these things that are distracting you and taking you away from what it is that deep down inside you want to accomplish, right? And look, greatness doesn't happen by accident, okay? You look at all these people that we aspire to be heroes in your life, whether they're sports figures, business people, someone you know personally, and we aspire to be these things, right? Because we see greatness, right? We see the accomplishments that these people have accomplished. That does not happen by accident, okay? That doesn't happen by doing the wrong things. That doesn't happen by having a bad attitude. That doesn't happen by doing the wrong behaviors. That doesn't happen by not staying focused. That doesn't happen by, not putting the work in. That doesn't happen by not putting the extra work in and doing all the things right. How that, the greatness that you see, the greatness that you aspire, the greatness that you want, it does not happen by accident, right? So you need to ask yourself, what did they do differently that you're not doing right now? Do you think they got overly consumed with politics and arguing with people online, fighting with people online? No. Okay, they didn't. They buckled down and got done what they have to get done. Look, I said this earlier in the podcast, and I'm going to say it again because I want to drive this home to people, okay? Look, every 4 years we get a different president in our country, right? Sometimes they last 8. I've lived through both Democrat and Republican presidents my whole life. I've seen it. I've seen a lot of them. I've seen a lot of them come and go. There were ones I didn't agree with. There's ones I did agree with. I'm very good at seeing both sides of things and understanding what's right for me. And I don't let people tell me what I should believe. I don't let people dictate how I respond to things. I don't let people, I govern myself, okay? At the end of the day, I don't care who's in office. Whoever's there, I still got to do what I have to do, right? I knew that going into this last election when whatever was going on, I went to bed and I said, look, whoever gets in, I don't give a shit. I still got to wake up tomorrow at 4 a.m. 4 a.m., I'm waking up tomorrow, starting my day, doing what I do every day, get my workout in as soon as I wake up, getting my kid to school, and then I'm going to start working. Like that's what I'm doing tomorrow, no matter who the hell is in there, okay? And that's the attitude that you have. Like, no matter who's in there, it is what it is. You can't do much about it, right? So especially now, whoever's in there is in there now for 4 years or a little less now. But that's it. Like, you can't do anything about that, right? Now you just have to understand that. And it is what it is. You got to do what you got to do. You got to go out there and do what you have to do. Get your shit done and build towards the life that you want, no matter who is in there, okay? Yeah, you might have to make some changes. You might have to pivot. There's going to be things that are going to be different. There's going to be things that you don't agree with. But at the end of the day, you got to deal with it. You got to figure out the solutions and not deal with and not sit there and be focused on the problem. Like, that's it. Okay. And look, it's easy to fall into that, right? Like, it's easy to fall into, especially with social media, with the phone in your hand, with, just wall to wall coverage constantly. You get updates, you get all this stuff. And maybe what you need to do is put your phone somewhere when you're trying to get your work done. Put it in another room. Don't get those updates. Don't get those pings where you have to look at your phone. Deal with whatever it is that's in front of you, get done what you have to get done, and you have to unplug from that stuff, right? If it's after work and you're hanging out with your family, your friends, or whatever it is, like, put that fucking phone somewhere else, right? Like, you have to unplug from this constant just content that's being thrown at you all the time, okay? And look, like we say it all the time, right? Like, again, like I have a 4-year-old kid and you see people at all time that say, oh, kids always got a screen in front of them and they're always, watching this or doing this or always on their phones. Like, so are the parents. Like, so are the adults, okay? So lead by example, right? Like, if you want your kid to have less screen time, you need to have less screen time. Everyone does. You need to unplug from these devices. You need to get away from these things. You might need to do a detox. You might need to say, I am not going to get on social media for a week. And when you do that, you'd be shocked how much of a better mood you would probably be in, okay? So you have to figure this out. Like, and look, at the end of the day, I don't give a shit who you voted for. I don't give a shit which political party you align yourself with. I don't give a shit about your beliefs as long as you're not hurting people, okay? That's where I draw the line. No matter what side it is, no matter who you voted for, whatever, we should all want to win, right? Like, if we're here in America, we should all want to win. So whoever the president is, like, instead of, sitting there and nitpicking every little thing that they do right or wrong or whatever, and again, like, pushing that out there and arguing with people and fighting with people or trying to get people to agree with you and trying to, pound on your chest that your side's right, like, you should want to win, okay, in life. You should want to win at whatever it is that you are doing. Like, whatever your career is, whatever your business is, whatever your job, whatever it is you're trying to accomplish, if you're an athlete, whatever it is that you're trying to get better at, And just even on a personal level, right? Like if you want to better your health, if you want to read more, if you want to pick up a new hobby, get a side hustle, whatever it is, you should want to win. Okay. So whoever's in there, whoever the quote unquote leader is, like be the leader of yourself. Okay. Be the hero of yourself. Okay. Stop worrying about all that other stuff and worry about yourself. Worry about bettering yourself. The more everyone can worry about bettering themselves, it makes everyone else better. Because now if everyone has that same goal to be better, get better, learn more, get stronger at whatever it is that you're trying to do, build more success, build more wealth, whatever it is, if everyone focused on that as opposed to all this other nonsense that's always being forced down our throat, the world would be such a better place. This country would be such a better place. Because now you have a bunch of people that are devoted to their own personal excellence and achievements, and knowing the best way to do that is by being a good person, having good morals, having good values, doing the right things. If everyone were to focus on that, imagine what this country would look like. Imagine what we can all accomplish together, okay? That's something that you should strive for as opposed to constantly getting consumed with all this political nonsense. You should want to win. We should all want to win. That's what we should be wanting to do right now, okay? So look, you know, I really hope this helps. It's something that I live by. I've detached myself plenty of times from politics, from the news, from things that I know that are detrimental to my success, to my positive mindset, to my growth mindset. When I see that these things are getting in my way of my goals, of the things that I want to accomplish, and they're taking time away from the things that I know that I need to do, I will separate myself from that. So you need to ask yourself, where are you at, right? Where are you at mentally? Where are you at? Are you still focused? Where are you at on your goals that you want to accomplish on 2025? And if you fell off, get back on and get back to winning, get back to wanting to win. And that's what you should want to accomplish on, right? Like win the day, win every day, win the week, win the month. Like, you know, that's how you got to think about this. So that's it, everyone. I will see you all next week. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining the Mindset Movement. I'll see you next week. Thank you.